Today on the Travel Magazine, we'll visit Canada's Niagara wine region and the world-famous Shaw Theatre Festival.
What would you do if she struck you across the face with her glove?
Fall in love with her, probably.
Then it is lucky you're not going to kiss her.
Is that challenge?
It is an arrow shot into the air.
The stunning beauty of the Niagara River, the escarpment, and the countless vineyards frame the historic town of Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario. Join us on a tour of the wine route and cycle on the paths along the Niagara River. Hi, I'm Jake de Boer.
From big wine country to bed and breakfast to theatre, I am Mieke de Boer and welcome to this edition of the Travel Magazine and Niagara-on-the-Lake, the first capital of Upper Canada.
Located minutes from Niagara Falls in the Canadian province of Ontario, this is wine country. And what better way to celebrate than with a parade at the annual Niagara Grape and Wine Festival. There is entertainment for young and the young at heart, and a foot-stomping good time is guaranteed. For 10 days, following the grape harvest in September, the festival attracts thousands to its tours, tastings, and barbecues. It's even listed among the top 100 events in North America and hailed as Ontario's cultural event of the year. 15 of the region's many wineries are located near Niagara-on-the-Lake. Tours are offered throughout the year, from the vineyards, where the grapes grow to perfect maturity in the summer sunshine, to the climate-controlled cellars, where the wine is lovingly made and aged to perfection.
Here we have a one-year-old Cabernet Franc. It's been in the barrel for the last 12 months, and I'd like to see what the palate is in terms of its maturation. As the wine matures in the barrel, it does soften on the palate, and depending on how quickly that process takes, will often determine how much longer this wine will remain in barrel.
As stunning and enticing as the Niagara vineyards are in summertime, the local wineries have one more surprise to entice wine connoisseurs: ice wine. And a grape harvest unlike any other in the middle of the Canadian winter. No sunny Mediterranean hillsides or Napa Valley expanses here. With temperatures plunging below the freezing mark, these brave, warmly dressed souls rush out to pick the special ice wine grapes frozen on the vine. Working both day and night to avoid a potentially disastrous thaw, these special grapes are pressed immediately and made into a sweet, white dessert wine that's truly unique. Wine lovers come from around the world for winter tastings featuring these award-winning wines, which have been called the golden nectar of the gods. It all begins with the juicy grapes ripening under the warmth of the summer sun.
Skin on these ones. These are the Vidal grapes.
Right.
They are the ones we use for ice wine.
Yeah.
And they're very, very good. The ice wine is seen as a celebratory wine. People purchase it and use it for a very special toast,
Yes.
special occasion. Families now in Canada use it as a Canadian tradition. So when you sip it and you get that wonderful sweetness.
You know, Deborah, I want you to know this is not just excellent, this is outstanding.
Thank you very much.
Maybe I'll come and pick some ice
I
wine.
think we've got you on the list now. Cheers.
Bottled and ready for shipping around the world, a wine like no other. In this spectacular natural setting along the Niagara Escarpment, with its tree-lined roads, every turn reveals a new adventure. Relax in a horse-drawn carriage and tour the historic town of Niagara-on-the-Lake, described as the perfect blend of culture and nature. Here, history merges with the present to bring character and vibrancy to the streets, charm to the shops and galleries, and grace to the parks and squares. This is a place where nothing is hurried, but time seems to stand still, and where even the tourists can take a breather in their search for that perfect souvenir.
Here we are in the oldest and first capital of Upper Canada.
That's right, Miki. This is Queen Street, Niagara-on-the-Lake. This is the heritage area of town, and we have more than 100 retailers with beautiful glassware, antiques, wine, children's wear, clothing, wonderful romantic cafes.
Now, you're also very famous and well known for the number of bed and breakfast places you have. Tell us about it.
That's right. We have more than 400 bed and breakfasts in the Niagara-on-the-Lake community. Everything from a rural farmhouse to a downtown country inn. More than 100,000 room nights are booked every year in this community. And with a small population of only 13,000 people, it really is remarkable. One of the main reasons that people come to this town is because of this man, George Bernard Shaw, and the incredible Shaw Festival.
Each year, from March to November, Niagara-on-the-Lake hosts the only festival in the world dedicated to the works of George Bernard Shaw and his contemporaries. Lovers of the stage converge on the Royal George Theatre. They arrive by the thousands at the Courthouse Theatre to take in a play or two. And at the Festival Theatre, they buy tickets to the world of imagination, laughter and drama, returning to the earliest days of the modern era as captured by Shaw's plays.
Odette, the location of the Shaw Festival is very special.
I think that's one of the things that makes the Shaw as special as it is, not only because we are home to one of the finest acting ensembles in North America, but because of where our home is. Being situated in Niagara-on-the-Lake does make coming to the Shaw Festival an entire experience. Not only being able to take in plays of such a significant time in our history, but then to leave the theaters of a play you've just seen, a thought-provoking play, and be able to stroll along the river or in the beautiful parks. The setting of the town itself lends you that opportunity to sit back and relax and contemplate and do some soul-searching perhaps.
Theatre, theatre, theatre. If you come to Niagara-on-the-Lake, this is what you have to do.
Absolutely, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Me too.
Okay. So we better get our tickets, mate.
Yeah, I made a reservation.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Fine. We're looking for tickets for De Boer. You did make a reservation.
Oh, sure, I did.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So much. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. So now this is the place I always wanted to come for theatre. This is where you come for theatre. Now this is the Wall of Fame.
But you know what, Mika? This is the most famous guy of all.
You're right.
George Bernard Shaw.
John, well,
She's still in the car, powdering her nose. She said she wanted me to get the first joys of reunion over with.
Father, I'm glad you're back, John.
I do so hope you'll like her.
I know I shall.
I feel terrified. It'll be so wonderful if you do like her and so awful if you don't.
It's a little late to think of that now.
Mother.
When we return, we'll go biking with Canadian Olympic cyclist Steve Bauer.
This is the first time that you're making something. I have to try it.
And later, get a crash course at the Wine Country Cooking School in Struan. Still to come, an afternoon of luxurious pampering at the 100 Fountain Spa.
You know, there is so much to see and so much to do.
Right.
We will be back with more of the Travel Magazine just after this, so stay with us.
This is Hazel. She creates such havoc that when the Lesters were stationed here, the Colonel wrote and asked her to stay indoors when they had roof marches.
How do you do?
Don't be idiotic, Gerald.
Welcome back to the Travel Magazine and historic Niagara-on-the-Lake, where the horse and buggy rules the road. Where the hotels harken back to a more relaxed time. And afternoon tea is a part of every day. If you take a stroll past the many shops, you'll be sure to find something for everyone on your list, including yourself.
From antiques to clothing, to ice cream, to flowers, to all kinds of things. And this is one of my favorite places. Jams, jams. This is the place for jams. Greaves Jam Store. Peach jam, kiwi jam, apricot jam, blueberry jam, blackberry jam. I wonder what kind of jam Jake really likes. If you are nuts about chocolate like I am, I don't even know where to start. I'm in heaven. And if you are in the mood for Christmas shopping, this is the store. Shake, rattle, and roll. Christmas is here. I'm going to have an early start on Christmas this year.
The countryside around Niagara-on-the-Lake is beautiful. Vistas of trees, water, and vineyards create a feast for the eyes and help work up an appetite.
Hi. Hi, Jake. Welcome to the Wine Country Cooking School at Struan.
Hi, I'm Mieke de Boer, and I'm looking forward to have a little bit of a lesson from you.
Okay, to start, an apron is always appropriate.
An apron, okay.
If you're going to be a sous chef here, I think we really need to get you to put an apron on.
Okay.
You're from France?
No, I'm from Quebec City.
From Quebec.
What you don't know is I'm very good at boiling water,
You can boil water,
boiling eggs,
and sometimes they are so hard that you can throw somebody dead with it.
scrambled eggs, and making coffee.
We're going to make a fresh tomato soup with tarragon, fresh herbs from our garden.
Crostini with oven roast tomato and shell.
I have a pot of boiling water,
Yeah.
and I'm going to put some of these field tomatoes in.
Are these tomatoes from Niagara?
Yeah, they're from the area.
And you have to know the secret of how to seed a tomato. So we want to
Okay.
get the seeds and the
What do you
juice
mean
out.
by seeding it? You mean planting tomatoes?
No, I mean taking the seeds out.
My husband doesn't like tomatoes.
If you take half a tomato, so I've
Yeah.
cut it so that all the seed pockets are open, and then just squeeze the seeds.
They
The
sure are
question-
slippery, Jay. I'm making an awful mess, but that's all right.
That's
so be it.
okay.
So we just put the pepper on our tomato.
Is this okay, by the way, Jay?
Yes.
Then we add our mixture.
You know, I love the Frenchmen. There's something about the Frenchmen.
You don't have the onion juice or onion milk.
Onion milk? I never heard of that before.
Is this right, Alan?
That's perfect.
The onions have started, and they're sauteing, and then we're going to take the tomato and add the tomato to the pot.
Alan?
Then broil.
Good.
This is the herb we're talking about.
Okay.
It's tarragon.
Tarragon? Is that a country? I should know. I've been almost everywhere. Turkey, I know.
So now what we will use
Garlic?
the garlic, and we just
Okay, I can do that.
rub each piece individually.
That's a half a cup of wine
Okay.
that I'm going to put in with the tomatoes and the onion. And then to finish that off, I'm going to put a pinch of salt.
My husband doesn't like to clean dishes either.
So that's probably why he doesn't like to cook.
Yeah, I think so.
So if you want to chop that up, and then we'll throw it in. And then all we have to do is let that cook for about 10 minutes, and then put it in a food processor, and it's ready to go.
And we'll take some of the olive oil here.
Olive oil.
That we just add on each piece.
Good.
There we go.
I love goat cheese.
Well, I think today you're earning your chef's stripes.
Okay.
So I'm going to pour this in here, and you're going to take the wooden spoon and just push it down.
Okay.
We have to take them very carefully because they're soft if we don't want to break them. And we just put them over each couteau.
Thank you for your help, and I hope that Mieke is really going to enjoy this.
And I love this recipe.
Joe, I'm very curious to find out, with this incredible tomato soup, it smells incredible anyway, what kind of wine goes with it?
What kind of wine should I serve with this?
For something like the soup, it's got a rich quality to it.
Okay.
Well, then The Riesling gives a bit of relief, so
Okay.
it contrasts. Contrast is good. I think a red might go.
I would think so too.
For me, for today, and I think with the tomato soup, the Riesling would be the one. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. That would be my first choice.
A toast to the chefs.
Jake, where have you been? You've been gone for 5 hours.
Well, Mika, you know what?
What is this?
I made you some tomato soup, brought you a beautiful glass of Riesling with it, so I'd like you to try that. And what have you been up to?
I have made you, because you are not sure about tomatoes, but I've made you this appetizer, and I am sure you would like to have this every night.
So did that take you 6 hours?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
Seriously. Well, you know, I'm not crazy about tomatoes, but I must say, this smells
This is
very
wonderful.
nice.
I tell you, forget that it's tomatoes, you would love it. Think it's
Okay.
smoked salmon, you would love it.
When we return, we'll go biking with Steve Bauer along the Niagara River.
That's right, yeah. Back.
And later, a rejuvenating trip to the spa.
We will be back with more of the travel magazine just after this, so stay with us. This is so relaxing.
Welcome back to the travel magazine and the picturesque village of Niagara-on-the-Lake. Well, hello.
How are you?
Fine, I'm Jake de Boer.
Nice to meet you, Steve Bauer.
Nice to meet you. Hey, you're in the bicycle business. What do you offer?
Well, we offer bicycle tours in the Niagara region. We also do bicycle rentals, but main focus is on tours, the great attractions and great things to see in Niagara region.
Okay, and the yellow jersey, what does it mean?
It's significant of the leader of the Tour de France. Ultimately, the winner in Paris wears the yellow jersey. I wore the yellow jersey on 2 occasions, and that's why it's a great theme for our business. So if you're interested to see what we do, Jake, why don't we go for a little bike ride?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's get changed.
Okay.
After you.
Whether you're a beginner or an expert cyclist, the excursions include everything you'll need for a safe, comfortable ride. Where are the bicycles?
Well, here's a bike right here for you.
Okay.
We'll get this one and we'll get out on our beautiful little bike ride here.
Okay, I
So you
think
take that one?
the seat looks pretty good, eh, height-wise?
Yeah, it's about right for you, that bike. I'm gonna grab this one.
Okay.
And we'll get going.
Okay, well, I'll follow you. Is that okay?
No problem.
Starting out in the village of Queenston, just south of Niagara-on-the-Lake, and also the site of a key battle during the War of 1812, there is nothing like an exhilarating bike ride on the Niagara Recreation Trail as it winds its way along the Niagara River and eventually down to the falls themselves. Best of all, there are no cars allowed. So do you usually stop in this area with people?
Yeah, this is one of the nicest viewpoints between Niagara Falls and Niagara-on-the-Lake. It's just a great view of the Niagara River. We've brought clients from all over the world, corporations, to do a little talk on the Niagara River, some history. The original birthplace of Niagara Falls is actually on the escarpment there, where it's eroded. Now it's eroded back over 12,000 years. So it's just a bit of history, the scenery, great cycling path, and people really enjoy it. It's great to be close to nature here.
Whether you're a jogger or biker, you'll find it very peaceful as you cycle along the back roads that wind along high above the mighty Niagara River. Well, Steve, that was just great. Thank you
Wow.
very much.
Thanks for joining us.
Do you think I'm too old to learn for the Tour de France?
Well, it's never too late to train. Why don't we start right now?
Okay, let's go again. Century-old buildings amid the trees. A horse and buggy clopping along. A quaint boutique. Another time, another place, the sights of Niagara-on-the-Lake. Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you this afternoon?
Fine. Can you take us for a ride?
I sure can.
Well, that's great.
Can I get in?
Yes, just please watch your step getting on.
What's your name? Now, Mika, I know you really enjoyed Niagara on the Lake so far, but I know you bought me a surprise at the Christmas store this morning, but I have a big surprise for you.
Well, I love surprises. And what is it?
You'll find out.
Good. So why are we at a pillar and post?
Well, Mika, I will tell you. The Pillar and Post has a famous spa, and that is your surprise.
Oh, wonderful.
The 100 Fountain Spa, a place to rejuvenate and invigorate the body. Let the pampering begin.
Hi, I am Mika de Boer, and I'm here for a treatment.
Okay, would you like robes and slippers to change
Yes,
into?
I would love that.
There you go.
Thank
You
you.
just want to go straight through that door into the change room there, then you can come out and they'll lead you out here.
Thanks.
There is nothing like a facial to help rejuvenate not only the skin, but the spirit itself. And these surroundings make you feel relaxed and at home.
Hi Mika, I'm Ken. I'm your reflexologist for the next hour. I need you just to relax, let gravity be your friend.
Ken, will this make me younger?
Oh, most certainly it'll make you feel younger, that years have shed away.
And will I think better?
The gentle yet firm hands of a professional masseur. This is the life.
So I had a wonderful experience in the spa.
Yes.
I'll tell you all about it.
One last nostalgic look at Niagara on the Lake. The town where time stands still.
I really enjoyed Niagara on the Lake, and I loved the spa.
And you know what? This is also the end of our trip because we are out of time. That's it for this edition of the Travel Magazine. I'm Jake de Boer.
And I'm Mika de Boer. And enjoy yourself as you travel the world.
You'll step over here, please, madam. That will be 3 and 8, the large jar of the base cream.
And 10 and 6 for the box. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you.
You're fired, Miss
Ballas, Amalia Ballas.